Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the champ.
Today we have the Cage Warriors welterweight champion, the youngest undefeated fighter on the UFC roster. It's the future, Ian Garry. Ian, how are you doing, bud?
That's a good introduction. That sounds top, boys.
And you know what? It will only get better.
Say it one more time.
It will only get better in time when you add that UFC belt to the title hall. So, like, that's the way it's going. But man, tell us this: how is life over in the US?
Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I love Dublin. I love Ireland. Like, yous know this. But when you wake up every morning and it's blue skies, sunshine, and palm trees, it's just a vibe. Like, how many days have we woken up in Dublin, right, and seen it's sunny, and everyone's like, right, in the group chats, what we doing today, where are we going, what's the plan? Everyone's in a great mood. It's just that every day. There's no, like, it's just good vibes, and I'm really happy. I'm really enjoying the training. I'm just enjoying the new chapter of life, and it's exciting. It's empowering.
And the golf course are good out there too.
Oh yeah, it's got the most golf courses in any state in America, so I'm happy.
I just want to give a bit of background for people that are new to the show. Obviously, like, Ian was like the first proper person we actually pushed on our page as well. Ian came on into Ross's living room, cups of tea and all, like,
Yes,
Ian 1-0 with a broken hand, and then Ian, like how many times have you said where you're going to go, and then to actually be where you are now and to witness the whole way through and be undefeated and be like unscratched, basically, it's unbelievable. For everyone that's watched our show the whole way through, I've seen you progress, and like, what a ride they've been on.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's been absolutely sensational. I mean, I was only talking to my missus about this the other day. It's destiny. It's the path in life I'm on, and I can feel it. I know exactly where I'm going and what I'm going to do, and all I've got to do is show up. I've just got to not fuck this up, and I've just got to step into that cage. I've got to just live my life and enjoy it, because I've got my path. It's paved for me. I mean, I can do whatever I want, but it's there. I'm going to be a champion. I've told you every single time what I'm going to do, how it's going to
go. It's like a broken record, this fella.
All the messages in the WhatsApp group, Ross.
I've not been wrong. Like,
no, you haven't. Ross, for people. Ross, sorry, for people tuning in now, obviously they're going to be probably new to Ian as well, because he's like making his debut at UFC 268 on November the 6th in Madison Square Garden. But Ross, Ian is now like going to be the shining light for the next generation of people going into the UFC. What do, like, for the Irish, like, people like coming up now in the amateur, like just crossing into professional ranks, like what do they have to expect from following Ian's direction?
Well, to be honest, I think the sky is the limit with Ian. I think we've seen it from day one. You know what I mean? As he says, he talks the talk, but he walks the walk. His stand-up is undeniable. He's got power in both hands. You know, he's got all the kicks. And then I think we saw in the Jack Grant fight that no matter where the fight goes, even if it's on the deck, he can do it all on the ground as well. Jack Grant is probably one of the best jiu-jitsu players in the welterweight division in Europe. And Ian Garry, he owned the fight on the ground as well. And not only just saying that, Ian was injured going into that fight. So he is one of the top prospects in the world, not just out of Ireland. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him fight at UFC 268. Poor Jordan Williams, this video will come out on Wednesday. It was actually his birthday last Wednesday. So shout out to Jordan. He seems like a nice guy, but he just is the unfortunate one who has to get that debut smoke.
They all seem like nice guys, and I have nothing against them. It's just, I've got a job to do, guys. You know what I mean? I've got to go in there and put whoever's crossed the cage away.
Ian, you have to do it for Irish MMA, man. This way everyone's tuning in. Everyone is backing you, and especially us, man. Dude, you fucking know that, but...
Dude, do you think that there's anything more I want to do than win? That's all I'm going to do. It's all I've ever done, and it's all I'm going to continue to do. I've said this. This is a fight for me. This fight is me enjoying the fruits of my labor in all the hard work, in training my ass off, not going on holidays with the lads while they all go away and they go to Canada, and they go to they're going off to Vancouver, and they're going off to Thailand. They're doing backpacking across Europe, and I'm like, I'm just going to stay here and train. This is me now getting to sit back, enjoy Madison Square Garden, go in and make my debut, knock someone out, get a big win, show the world that the future is inevitable, and he's here to take over the UFC, and then just sit down and watch my first UFC card live in Madison Square Garden.
Ian, I'm actually dying to get into UFC 268, which before that, I want to actually just talk about the documentary that came out about yourselves last week. It was an absolutely incredible documentary. It was very, very well put together, especially considering it was during COVID times. There were some really hard-hitting scenes throughout that. And to be honest, I don't really want to get into the whole team split thing. It's been said a million times over, and we all know what happened there. But one thing I actually did notice throughout that is that your Mrs. Layla was actually such a rock to you, and she was actually, she was so consoling, and she was, such a key figure in that whole documentary for yourself, and she has been your rock. How important is she to your fight camp, and what actually does she mean to your fight preparation? Because she seems to have everything organized for you, and she's always a pleasure to deal with from our end as well.
Dude, you're right. I mean, that scene where I was on my bed, there's a lot more to that than what people seen in the documentary. If you haven't seen it, firstly, go check it out. It's absolutely sensational. Curtis Pike, all the shout out to the world.
Shout out Curly Top.
He put an amazing amount of work into that, and it's brilliant. From start to finish. It's an emotional roller coaster. But when we were on the bed, I just gotten the text in regards to basically being kicked out of the gym, and my brain was kind of a bit, what's going on? What do I do? What the fuck is happening, basically? And obviously I was injured, and I was like, is this the energy telling me not to go to this fight? Is the energy telling me to just cancel the fight? There's so many clear signs. And she said to me, look, and she had a quote. I have a quote in my wallet that I have from a date we went on, and it's a quote from Confucius that says, to do what is right and not do it is worse than cowardice. And I'm like, fuck you. All right, that's it, I'm in, let's go. Because I'm like, I know I've got to do it. It's like, I have to do it. And even the fact that, like, when I'm battling with myself a little bit, and a lot of fighters go through those little mental battles, and life throws adversity at you, and champions have to overcome it, but we don't overcome it alone. We choose the people we surround ourselves with, and we choose our friends. We choose the family group we want to have around us, and she's my core to that. She does everything for me. She is my rock. She's the love of my life, and she's everything. And like, from the moment I've met her, she's helped me to mature, because she's so smart. So just her mind, the way she thinks, empowers me and pushes me to be a better person. So, dude, I couldn't be luckier.
She needs help you on that golf game as well, but
my golf game's fucking sick. All right, let's get that down.
Just to touch on that one last bit is one thing that I think was very prevalent in that documentary is, judging from the split to the documentary, is a lot of people online tried to make her out to be the bad guy online in the tweets, and I'm sure she addressed it a few times. I'm sure you saw it. I'm sure that upset you that people were making her out to be the bad guy. But I think you can see from the documentary that she wasn't the bad guy. She was always there to support you. But did that get you a fight week where people were saying she was the bad guy? Because I'm sure you saw it one way or the other.
So I seen a statement that was released blaming my manager. Firstly, I don't think people understand. I own my own management company. I'm the CEO of the Future Group. So every decision that is made... That
sounds good, doesn't it?
Every decision that is made is mine. There's no one can force me to do anything I don't want to do. Is she a massive part in that? Yes, absolutely. Does she have way more knowledge in regards to sports and like world-class like athletes and what they've done and what they've been through? When you look at the resume of the people she's worked with and been around and seen their teams, absolutely. I'd argue there's no one who has more knowledge and been around more world-class athletes than she has. And she just helps me. She's like, right, well, this is what they would do, and we work ourselves in the direction. It's always consistently trying to get better and better and better, because if you're not trying to do that as a business and as a person, then what are you doing? Everyone always should want to be better. You guys are pushing your podcast. Why wouldn't you? Are you just going to settle for what it is now? It's all right. Let's do it. Let's leave it here. Or do you want to be bigger? Do you want to be better? Of course you do. And she has never been the bad guy. And people marked her out. The word uncoachable came up, and I fucking laughed my ass off, because I'm like, uncoachable is a load of horse shit. But people like to say stuff when they're annoyed and they're bitter, and I'm all right with that. Let people do what they want. But anyone who knows her or who knows me knows that she is everything to me, and that she is nothing but beneficial to my life and my career.
No, that is brilliant. And I will say, one of the best moments ever is, I don't know, I think you were on FaceTime to your mom, I think, and she had the phone and you had the belt, and like, that was such a touching moment as well. It was just beautiful to see that stage of your story come full circle and you to achieve that goal, and then for it to finish off with you getting signed to the UFC was absolutely incredible. It was, as you would say, inevitable.
Ross, it was actually disappointing not to be able to go.
Yeah.
Let's touch on that moment there, right? So obviously, Ian, when you won, that picture of you like absolutely tense, looking a bit like Ross just before he goes away on summer holidays with the belt and all. How much emotion was in that photo? Like, everything was absolutely tense. Like, all that hard work. What was that feeling like?
Do you know what? I felt it like hit me. So fight week was weird. Look, I didn't want to go into fight week without my former team or my former teammates. I have a lot of love and respect for all those guys, and
yeah, same here.
I wanted them there, but life didn't have it that way, and that obviously made the journey to that fight even harder than it already was, in regards to my knee and just life in general. And I had to scramble for training, in a sense of I got up, I moved to England for the week before my fight. I was like, I just need to get out of this fucking place. Just go. Reigate Martial Arts took me in. Again, people don't notice. They say that Layla's the bad guy. It's funny. Layla was up at 4:30 in the morning talking to a friend of hers on the phone, trying to sort out gyms. She was messaging people like Brad Pickett, a bunch of people saying, can Ian come and train? Something's happened in the gym. Everyone she messaged was very welcoming, very open to have me in the gym, and it was amazing. I woke up about 3 hours later, and she's like, right, so here's the people you can go train with, here's the people, here's where it is, here's what you can do around it. You can go to the gym and do strength and conditioning. Here, you can go this. She had everything sorted, and I was asleep on fight week while I'm.
Although it is quite easy to like ask people, do they want to train with like the biggest, hottest, undefeated prospect in Europe? You know, it's like, yeah, go on, bring him over.
You know what I mean? Like, but here's the thing, though. You can take that's a stress taken off my shoulders in a week where it's already going to be hard, in the sense of I have to cut weight and I have to worry about like everything else now that all that fucking shit hit the fan. And she takes the stress like that off me. But no, apparently she's the reason why. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of bollocks.
I think it's only fair, because I don't think there's ever been an opportunity for you to defend her. Not that you have to defend her publicly, like that's your private life, but I think it's only fair, especially after seeing that documentary, that like she gets her fair shake of things as well. Because I think from viewing the documentary, look, you'll actually probably notice we never commented on your situation ever, because we didn't know. We actually didn't really want to know either. That was between you and the team. That's nothing to do with us. Like that's
we
not
didn't even know during fight week, Ross. Remember, we were like, is there something wrong with him or something? Like,
dude,
and then we didn't know all this was happening.
I've said nothing other than what I've been asked on camera or pushed on, and I'm like, I don't need to speak about something. Do you know what I mean? I'm the hottest prospect in Europe and one of the most hottest prospects in the world. I'm gonna just do my fucking thing, and people are gonna look. There's gonna be fucking shit from day one to the finish. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. Yeah. People always want a bit of clout. They always want to grab on, land grab, money grab. You know what I mean? People start to do this. I'm here living my life. I'm in fucking Florida now. It's a blessing in the stars. Like,
yeah, we need to get onto the better shit. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. And also, if anyone, if anyone else even asks you, just tell them to watch this episode and just like listen to that bit. Let's get into the good shit, Ian. Right? Yeah. Obviously, in the wheelchair, you got the UFC contract, right? And like you were just like, you couldn't believe it. that was something you worked for your whole entire life.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm working, I see people cleaning windows, and I was like, that fella could be
Yeah.
the future in the future. Ian, like when you got that text straight away, was it like, right, you're fighting at UFC 268, or like when did that like come true?
That's a good one. So I got that email. That was like the message. I was like, that was the confirmation. Where do you want to send it? And I was like, that's it. We did it. I kind of knew it was coming. All I had to do was basically do my job.
The future.
Cheers. All I had to do was go in there and do my job. I've told you this before, lads. If I go in there and done what I thought I could do, I knew it was coming. And I had that feeling. It then obviously went. It happened. I won the title. I done it in dramatic fashion. I get a message saying where do I want my contract sent to, and then I had a holiday booked to Costa Rica with my missus. And while we were there, we got the contract sent over, went through it all, and then there was a poster released for November 6th, Usman and Covington, and I'm like to my missus, that's the one I'm going to be on. And she's like, nah. She's like, surely not. Like, and I'm like, that's the one. I was in buying new gloves because I left mine at home in Dublin. So I was in buying new gloves, and she runs up to me and goes, you're on it. And I was like, yeah, I told you. Happy days.
Yeah.
And
So don't miss Garry versus Williams on UFC 268 this Saturday, November the 6th.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You know what? It was just, what a stage, what a place to make my debut in the UFC, to start this new chapter, to continue this hype, but on a bigger scale. What a place to do it than the most iconic sporting venue in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Believe it or not, we've actually been there. We were actually at UFC 217. In fairness, anyone ever listened to the podcast knows we were there for GSP versus Bisping. I think I've told the story about a million times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, what's called, in fairness, I beat you to getting introduced by Bruce Buffer, but I won't hold that over you forever, right? But I was going to ask you, but obviously you do think it is fitting that you're fighting on the same card where the welterweight title will take place. You'll get a first bird's eye view of those two guys fighting. What do you actually make of that fight? And how many years until we see Ian Garry in the cage fighting for UFC gold?
I think the fight's absolutely sensational. I think they're two amazing athletes. I think we should definitely, hopefully, see a bit of change up in the styles. I know they didn't really wrestle or grapple last time. I think they both had that much respect for each other that they didn't. I'm hoping that they don't this time. I'm hoping that the rivalries got worse and they want to mix it up, because it's just there for an entertaining fight if they do. I don't see Usman being beat, lads. I think he's that good. I think he's just so dominant, and I think he'll just be the more clinical fighter. He'll be smarter. I think Kobe has to go out there and put it on him. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to sit back and watch. I'm going to enjoy every second of that fight. I've never been to a UFC event live, lads.
Yeah,
you're missing out, man. It's one of the best shows you'll ever see. I agree with you. I think, especially Usman moving to train with Trevor Whitman, I think he's added that wrinkle in his armor with the striking, and I think he's improved. One thing I always say about Covington, and people don't like this, and people say sometimes they you don't like him because of his personality. I actually don't really give a shit about his personality, but bar his fight against Kamaru Usman, and he brought it to him. He's only ever fought people on the downturn of their career. He fought RDA, he fought Damian Maia, he fought Tyron Woodley. All those guys were on the downturn of their career. He's only ever actually fought one person on the rise, and he lost that fight. So I just think that's an interesting facet about Colby Covington.
Yeah, no, but he is an amazing athlete, man. Though you got
definitely. Yeah. No taking that away from him.
I just don't think he's of the same level as some of the guys that are there. I think he's been very lucky, but at the end of the day, he's done what he's had to do to get to where he is, and that's all that matters sometimes. I mean, people said that about Conor. Do you know what I mean? When he was on the rise, that he had an easy run. Did he? He just went in there and made it look easy. Do you know what I mean? He knocked Chad Mendes out. He knocked Dustin Poirier. Everyone's like, oh, he's on an easy road, right? Well, when you just look at the guys, you got Holloway, Poirier, Aldo, Edgar,
Mendes.
Mendes. He rinsed people, but people are like, oh, he's been given easy fights. He wasn't. So
Yeah, but he was even taking ones in the meantime against Dennis Ever, just like, you know, keep himself busy. But come here, what does Jordan Williams offer you in come fight night? Does he just offer you a body standing across the cage, or, you know, do you see any threats that he offers?
No threat. No, he's a guy. Look, he has the same ability as anybody that steps into that cage, and he has that one punch where it can finish the fight. And any person that steps into the cage has that. It's that one lucky shot. And I feel like that is it. He has that one lucky shot. If he wants to grapple, great, amazing. Let's do it. Let's show the world how good I am at grappling. If he wants to strike, good luck. I don't care what he tries to do. I'm going to dominate the fight from start to finish, wherever the finish comes. It's just going to be another masterclass, lads. It's just going to be me doing me, and no one will ever stop me doing that.
What kind of shorts are you coming out with, Eno? That's the biggest question of all.
Lads, I've tried. I've tried. Trust me. My missus was like, so here's the contract. Like, is purple shorts on that? And she's like, no. I'm like, get back to them. Purple shorts. That's what I want. And she's like, we can pick our battles, pick and choose. And I'm like, purple shorts. That's my battle. Choose it. So I've decided I'm going to rock out with green.
The Irish shorts.
Ian, I honestly can't wait to see you come out with with the flag and everything, man. Like, just it's gonna be so surreal, and you're gonna have to make sure you get in the bleeding game as well. Shout out to UFC for that as well. But Ian,
I'll get in the game eventually. Once I finish the way I finish people, it'll be there. It'll be done. Everything will happen.
I actually think Daniel Cormier is randomly the man to get you in the EA Sports game. He's like the EA Sports guru at the UFC.
We need a few more Irish people.
I'm not looking to be in the game. I want to stand there and be on the front cover. Do you know what I mean?
In purple shorts.
I'm a poster boy. I'm a poster boy. I'm the new Luke Rockhold. I'm the best looking fighter in the UFC now. That's it. Done.
That's actually gas. Barry only said that the other day.
I swear to God, I said that.
He goes. Gary's the new Luke Rockhold.
Yeah, I'm the new 007.
I fucking said it. Ian, obviously we're good mates, so like I would have asked you to be like, oh, what do you want to do for the rest of your career and all that sort of crap. But the thing is, really, so you're going in, you're going to finish this off, and then when you come back on, tell us what your plans are for 2022. Yeah.
Beat people up, play golf.
I know, but we're gonna have to when we bring you back on after talking about MSG, everything, man. We 100%. Just can't wait to see you perform.
Lads, I'll always be here to talk to you. Do you know what I mean? Life's been busy, life's been hectic.
Yeah.
Like, I've just been non-stop. Like, even WhatsApp's like, even the fact that I click onto the group we have in WhatsApp is like, I barely have time to do that. Like, it's
man, I know.
Fucking flat out. But lads, look, I appreciate you as always. I mean, from the day I came to your gaff to here, like, we're all up in the world. We're all leveling up, and that's all that matters. And keep it up.
Rumor has it, best cup of tea you've ever had.
Rumor has it, and rumor would probably be right, mate.
That's why I made it. Well, Ian, so that's why don't miss Garry versus Williams on UFC 268 on Saturday, November 6th. I changed that around. Ross, anything to say before we wrap things up, bud?
Nah, normally, we do have a bit of a song and dance, and we have people on that we don't know as well. But look, Ian, you do you. All the best to the fam. Look after yourself. Can't wait to watch a fight night. I'll probably be talking to you before them anyway. And look who it is.
I have something to say before you wrap up.
Okay.
Hey,
I want to say thank you, because I'm hiding. I'm going to show you behind this little wall so I don't distract Ian in his interview. And I'm like shaking, tears running down my face, hearing you guys speak about that, because it's, you know what people don't know is that this shit hurts. Like, you guys saying that I'm not the bad guy. I'm like, oh my God, someone actually gets it. They can actually, like, thank you.
We don't, by the way, we don't have to leave this in if you don't want to leave this in, by the way.
No, it's fine. I read what's written. Do you know what I mean? I'm real, and I read what's written, and I hear what's written, and it couldn't be more ludicrous, the idea that I control this guy, like the ego. And I'm just very appreciative.
Well, first, we didn't know you were there, so like we were just saying what we saw, and we were saying the way it was read. But no, look, you guys are amazing. I'm so delighted on your engagement. You did let that one slip, but
that's how it happened. We've got so much going on. Yeah.
No, you guys are great, and you seem happy, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, we are.
This is only the beginning,
dude. Look, shit that's said and on podcasts and on Instagram, dude, it hurts. Like, and it hurts. Like, it's not nice. But you know what I mean? People are bitter. People say shit when they're annoyed and when shit doesn't go their way. And
They need to,
That's
like,
all people.
grab
People,
for
yeah.
excuses, and we're learning
At-
to be stronger, and yeah, to get
At
some.
the
But I
end of the
appreciate
day-
you giving another side to it. I really appreciate
At
that.
the end of the day, all I do is win, and all we do is smile, and that's all we want in life is to be happy. And we're just gonna keep that positive attitude.
Love it, guys.
Yeah,
you
so
guys look
don't
after
miss
each
Garry
other.
versus Williams on UFC 268 on Saturday, November the 6th. Ross, lead us out, bud. Thanks. There we go. Any more guests? Is it Henry Hooped around there, is he?
So good.
You have to change the name to Energized every single time I'm on.
I love it. I love it.
Ross, take it away.
Guys, if you have enjoyed this podcast, which I'm sure you have, make sure to give it a like, make sure to share it, make sure to give Ian a comment, say good luck, subscribe, and as always,
Stay energized.
Stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.